In the heart of Kampala, Ugandan, where the streets buzzed with life and the air was filled with the sounds of honking cars and street vendors, there lived a young woman named Achen. Achen was 24 years old, tall and slim, with smooth dark skin that shimmered in the sun. Her large brown eyes sparkled with hope, and her smile could light up the darkest room. She had come to Kampala from a small village called Gatuna, which was far away in the eastern part of Uganda. In Gatuna, life was simple. People worked on farms, reared animals, and lived in traditional houses made of mud bricks. Achen had grown up helping her mother in the family's small market stall, selling yams, vegetables, and palm oil. She had always been a smart child, excelling in school despite her family's limited means. Her mother, Mama Achen, had high hopes for her only daughter and always told her, "Achen, my dear, you will make us proud one day." So, after finishing secondary school, Achen moved to Kampala to chase her dreams. She managed to secure a job at O Group, a well-known company that dealt in import and export of goods, including agricultural products like cocoa, palm oil, and timber. The company was owned by Chief Akiki, one of the wealthiest men in Kampala. He was respected all over Kampala for his business acumen, and his company had offices in different parts of Africa. Achen worked as a secretary in the company's headquarters, a tall glass building that towered over the bustling city. Every day, she would arrive at work early, dressed in a neatly pressed blouse and skirt, her hair tied back in a simple bun. She was always polite and efficient, greeting everyone with a bright, "Good morning," and making sure that the office ran smoothly. Despite her humble background, Achen had big dreams. She didn't want to remain a secretary forever. She hoped to save enough money to go back to school and study business management, so she could one day start her own company. But for now, she was focused on doing her best at O Group. Chief Akiki was a man in his mid-40s, tall, dark-skinned, and handsome, with a commanding presence that made people respect him the moment he entered a room. He was always dressed in fine traditional smart suits, depending on the occasion. He had built his company from the ground up, and everyone admired him for his hard work and success. But despite his wealth, Chief Akiki was known to be kind and generous, always helping the less fortunate in his community. One afternoon, as Achen was organizing some files in her office, she received a call from Chief Akiki personal assistant, John. "Achen, Chief wants to see you in his office," John said in her usual calm tone. Achen's heart skipped a beat. It wasn't every day that the CEO called for someone like her. She quickly made her way to the top floor, where Chief Akiki's office was located. As she stepped out of the elevator, the large double doors of his office loomed ahead. She took a deep breath, straightened her blouse, and knocked gently. "Come in," a deep voice called from inside. Achen opened the door and stepped into the office. It was a large, spacious room with floor-to-ceiling windows that offered a breathtaking view of the Uganda skyline. The walls were adorned with traditional African art, and the shelves were lined with awards and certificates that Chief Obinna had earned over the years. Behind a massive mahogany desk sat Chief Obinna, looking over some documents. "Good afternoon, sir," Achen said, her voice barely above a whisper. Chief Akiki looked up from his papers and smiled warmly. "Ah, Achen, come in, he said, gesturing for her to sit down. "How are you doing today?" "I'm fine, sir, thank you," Achen replied, sitting on the edge of the leather chair in front of his desk. Chief Akiki leaned back in his chair and studied her for a moment. "Achen, I've been noticing your work lately, and I must say I'm very impressed," he said. Achen's heart swelled with pride. "Thank you, sir. I just try to do my best." "You've been doing more than your best," Chief Akiki continued. "You're diligent, hard-working, and always willing to go the extra mile. That's the kind of attitude we need more of around here." Achen blushed, not knowing what to say. She had always worked hard, but she didn't expect the CEO to notice someone like her. "Because of that," Chief Akiki said, "I've decided to promote you." Achen's eyes widened in surprise. "Promote me?" "Yes," he said, nodding. "I want you to become my personal assistant. It will mean more responsibility, but it also comes with a higher salary and more opportunities for growth within the company. What do you think?" Achen could hardly believe her ears. This was more than she had ever hoped for. I don't know what to say, sir. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful." "You've earned it," Chief Akiki said, smiling. But remember, with great responsibility comes great challenges. I trust that you can handle them. I won't let you down, sir, Achen promised. Good, Chief Akiki said, standing up and extending his hand. Welcome to the team. Achen shook his hand, feeling a surge of excitement and nerves all at once. This promotion was a huge step forward in her career. But as she left Chief Akiki's office that day, she couldn't shake the feeling that her life was about to change in more ways than she had expected.